Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler, and welcome to part 2 of Let's Sample Faster Than Light. I'm going to continue where we left off last time with the idea of just going through one more sector this episode. Should be a shorter episode than last time, so there's less that I need to explain this time. So next sector, here's how it works. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more segments in the middle, and then your final battle. Purple is a nebula, so there's a lot of nebula in these. Civilian, this one is Zoltan controlled, this is unidentified. So different races, different alien species will be the predominant characters in these, or hostile. These are either pirate controlled or they're rebel controlled. For some reason, something there is going to really be after us when we're in there. So if we see something we really want to go for, like the nebula, for instance. Nebulas, while you don't have your scanners, the enemy is pursuing you at half speed, so you can hit a lot more places in a nebula sector than you can in a regular one. So there are advantages to being stuck in nebulas. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and take that advantage, I think, and we're going to go ahead and use that. But if there was a particular one you were heading to, you could, to go back to that, you would be able to, from the very beginning, start aiming yourself in the right direction. That's why I kind of give you the forecast of what all is ahead of you. So nebulas were always dangerous places. Many electronics fail in these clouds. You will have to tread lightly. All right, continue. Jump. So we cannot use our sensors at all. So sensors are worthless in a nebula. What are we looking at here? Everything but these three and that one are inside the nebula. So we could pop out of, go here, there, and probably about here by the time they start to encroach. And then everything will be at half speed as far as the enemy coming at us. So then we could bounce around in here and really do some serious exploring. The more of these we get access to before the enemy reaches the exit, the more chances of grabbing more scrap and upgrades and what have you. So I'm tempted to stay entirely in the nebula the whole time, skip these three. So let's go up here. See how many of these we can take out. We still have our basic weapons, so it'll be nice to get some upgrades here soon. We still need some more power bars for shield. We should have grabbed those before we dove into this. We could have gotten 2. That's a shame. There's nothing here save for vast swirls of gas reflecting rays from a distant sun. Alright, let's do that. Ship, we're going to grab 2 more power bars. And accept. And we're going to fire up our shields. So, worst case scenario, we hit a, what was it, the pulsar? Was that what caused half of our power to go away? Then we'd be able to at least run 1 shield with these extra 2 doing something else. Alright, so we're going to jump. No more to improve here. Right into there. You cycle through wideband comm channels as soon as you arrive, but there's nothing but static. Boy, there's 2 duds in a row. Getting these extra sectors in, nothing we can do with them. We go here. We advance there. We kind of skip forward a bit too far. Let's go here. And we're going to be able to do twice as many before the enemy shows up. So we're going to get the ability to see a lot of sectors in here. A lot of nodes. Pirate ship arrives shortly after you. Judging from the fact that it is attempting to avoid your ship, you assume that it's a smuggler trying to stay away from beacons. Do we attack it or do we ignore it? We're going after the pirates. Okay. Power up your weapons and move into range. So you can hit the pause, the space bar, while we're in this mode, and that way we start paused. And he has got all of the typical stuff. No medbay. Shields, that's his door control. So if we were to take out his door control and then get a fire going somewhere, they wouldn't be able to go and fight the fire, and it would break up the ship. So there's different tactics you can use. So let's put, wow, we're low on fuel. Whoa, okay, we need to get some fuel from some of these wrecks. we're going to be in trouble. There is a way to survive without fuel. We'll basically put out a beacon and wait for someone to come to us. Of course, if you've seen Firefly, you know what happens when you put out beacons. Sometimes those who come to help you are a bit nefarious. Let's put a missile into his shields and get ready to burst laser something else. Anything else we want to do here? Let's turn off medbay and turn on our second engine. Doing that takes our 15% evasion to 20% evasion. That could help. He's got, it's like a stun weapon, I'm thinking. I've got to remember what this guy is. This guy is a laser. So what's going to happen? He's going to shoot this guy. What does it do? It hit our shields. So it just takes shields down. That's essentially what it does. Okay. He hit us with that. We are out of shields, but he's done with weapons. Our missiles made a hit. And that psh sound means, I believe, we also breached the hull. I think it was oxygen escaping was that noise. Alright, we're going to fire this into his weapons. Right there. Alright, he has no weapons left. We're going to continue using just the burst laser for a while. What should we do with it? Let's take out his oxygen. Let's do that. Then we will take down the shields next. Theoretically. Unless this gets up and running again. Actually, if we do this, I like that better. They're going to be in here repairing it. We're going to be taking out their crew. It didn't work. Ah. Alright, now we got weapons back. Alright, we delayed that one. Alright. They're trying to escape. Alright, burst laser is next going to go into probably here. It's delayed, which means nobody's in the cockpit. So they are all over here putting out fires or something. If we were to go after this one again, we're continuing to take down their weapons, and we are damaging... Oh, they're charging. The pilot's back in place. So let's get out. Let's get and take this out. There we go. I'm going to take the whole ship out as well. Alright. So we've got 24 pieces of scrap metal, but no fuel. This is getting a little bit worrisome. Did get a lot of scrap, though. Anything else we want to boost while we're here? Let's think about that. This is charging. Could grab 2 more power. It's always good to have extra power around. They're 25 each now. I think they were 20 at the beginning. I might be wrong about that. 1 power, 1 engine. Let's see. We don't have to power the engine to be able to reap the benefits of having a boosted engine. There will be scenarios where our extra engine allowed us to catch up to someone, for instance. So let's do that. One of these, one of these. We're down to 0 scrap, but we may get an advantage with that. So let's accept that one. 1 extra power is going to go... It'll go into the engine for now. Alright. Let's jump. Enemy is finally reaching the area. Unvisited location. The rebel fleet was prepared for this nebula. Oh, I didn't read that before. So it won't be as effective a hiding spot. The enemy has already mapped this out. So we're not going to get half speed over here in the enemy like I was expecting. Though that doesn't seem quite as far. Yeah, that's about as far as before. You can see the back of the band right there. So the advantage I thought we were going to get out of this isn't there. That's too bad. Well, still, we'll move in. But next time we need to move much further in. If we're going to run out of fuel, we want some distance between us and them so we can navigate that. And we're going to need some scrap metal if we're going to buy some fuel from someone who might be coming by to help us out. So we've got to get some scrap. Got to not be at 0. Navigating the fog blind, you practically bump holes with a Mantis ship. They hail you. Pah! This transgression will be overlooked. What? This transgression will be overlooked. Nebula very dangerous. Next time, humans all die. Well, there won't be a next time. Open fire. Or, this place is dangerous enough. Let's move on. Now, we're here to gain supplies. Oh, they just transported over to us. Ooh, that's not good. Manti? We'll go with that. Our stronger fighters. Humans will gain experience faster. Doesn't say that here. Manti will fight better. So where did they land? Wherever it is, they're going to start attacking that system. And we could then choose to take the oxygen out of the systems if they land there. Let's see what we got. They landed here. Darn. Okay, one of them landed there. We're going to do that move we did last time. You're moving to there. You're moving there to help them. We're going to lose our ability to evade here real soon. We want to missile their shields. They've got a missile coming at us too. We're going to save this guy, but I don't know what we're going to do with it. So we're going to wait on him. Alright, they're moving into place. Their missile's going to go off. Wonder what they're going to take out. It's going to evade our shields, just like our missiles evade their shields. Alright, so everything fired at once. Which means this is only going to take down shields at the same time this is hitting something. So we're not necessarily going to get double damage. Good. That's why I delay mine to shoot afterward. So that this can potentially take the shields out first before this one makes contact. So we're going to wait a little bit longer. Let our missile actually take the shields down. Alright, that hit that. Missiles coming in. That's right, we have double shields. That's good. He's aiming for engineering, or engines. Nope, he missed. He's aiming for here. That's odd. Ours missed. Darn. We need to take those weapons down anyway. Let's go ahead and do it. We don't know if we have a fire in here. We can't see it. We'd have to send somebody in there to know. Let's do that. We gotta know. Head in. No fire. Okay. We are taking damage here. You go back into here. Let's get the captain to medbay. Let's power up medbay. And this guy is going to continue the battle. Hopefully this guy doesn't leave before we take him out. There are weapons available that will allow you to target your own ship, so that you could take a little damage in exchange for taking out their crew. We don't have something like that. These guys are continuing to fight. He does have partial weapons. We need to continue working on the weapons. He just escaped. He escaped before he had the ability, before we could take him out completely. Okay, he's now going to run the cockpit. First laser is about to fire. I think we're going to go ahead and use an extra missile on this one. This could be pretty intense. In fact, considering taking this guy out so we don't send a new Mantis at us. Let's do that. You're going to take out weapons. You're going to take out that one. Alright, weapons are down for good. 2 fuel, 3 missiles left. This guy is going to take that one out. And soon we're going to put our crew all back where they belong. Alright. Now they don't have the ability to send somebody else over to continue fighting us, boarding us. So that's good. There was no fire there, so we're fine. Their weapons are coming back online again. We're going to burst laser into there. And 2 more should pretty much take them out. Alright. He is almost healed. Boom, boom, boom. They're gone. Ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. Ooh, that's a good amount of scrap. No fuel. Oh, this is hurting. Okay. Let's get him. We seem to have stopped healing. Why is that? Oh. Okay. He is not him. You go there. And once he heals, we'll send everybody back where they belong. All of our other systems are fully operational. Everything is powered up. And we are ready for our next encounter. We need to gain some distance, but there's our ability to buy fuel. Alright, we've got to go there next. There's our first store. It's odd not to get a store in a sector, so last episode was kind of a disappointment. I couldn't show you the store. You find yourself surrounded by a group of mysterious alien vessels. They hail you and apparently have some valuable technologies for sale. Alright, here's our store. We have what we have the ability to sell, and we've not found really anything. We've only found scrap and whatnot. We haven't found other weapons or any cargo or augmentation, so we don't have anything really to sell except for our scrap. Yeah, so they have for sale 2 pages worth. So let's work our way through this. We could buy fuel. They have 6 of them at 3 each. I think that's a no-brainer, but we'll hold off just yet. Missiles are 6 each, just like I was thinking, and they have 2 available. The drones are 8 each, so these are actually the most valuable. Okay, we can repair our ship. We could buy drones if we were to buy a drone control first. So this would drop into a slot down in here. Drone control, and then we would buy which drones we want. Anti-personnel will roam around our ship, making sure that if a boarding party hits our ship, he would fight them instead of us. An anti-drone circles our ship and makes sure that they can't fire a drone into our area, whether it's inside our ship or outside of our ship. Or a defense drone can be sent off. No, defense surrounds our ship and make sure that we shoot down any missiles. Defense drones fires faster than the Mark I and can shoot down incoming lasers. Oh, wow, we can shoot down incoming lasers and, I assume, missiles and asteroids and what have you. So drone control would run these guys if we chose to grab that. A crew teleporter, you've seen that in action. We could get our own and board their ships. And if we had more crew, I would do that. That's one way to take control of a ship without destroying it, is to get over there and take their crew out. So, but we've got just a skeleton crew as it is. I wouldn't dare risk sending anybody over there. A cloning bay, I believe, takes the place of a med bay. Automatically clones dead crew with skill penalty. Taking advantage of micro-cloning, crew heals partially every jump. So jump heal is passive and requires no power. I'm pretty sure you lose your med bay if you grab this. So every time you jump, if it says powered, all of your crew gets a healing, due to a kind of what they call micro-cloning. Otherwise, if one of your crew members die, another one shows up eventually, but he comes in with very few skills. Otherwise, we have the med bay, so we repair our guys, heal our guys. If we lost one, if one died, he'd be gone forever. So give and take on that. I prefer the med bay myself. So there's the systems that are available at this particular store. We have augmentations. We can jam their ability to charge their faster than light engine. We could fire off distraction buoys. Did I get that right? Scrambles enemy ships' FTL computers, doubling the time it takes for them to jump. Okay. Distraction buoys leave a false signal in sector start to delay the rebels by a jump. So we shoot this off at the beginning. We get to visit an extra sector out on the map because we've distracted the rebels. Zoltan shield bypass allows crew bomb teleportation and mind control to work through super shields. So super shields, it's hard to say. Super shields, I think, are your 4th level of shielding, and very little can get through that, except this one can get through it. So, we don't have the ability to buy any of these. I just wanted to show those to you. Back on page 1, we do have more weapons. This is a healing beam, self-teleporting healing unit that instantly heals all friendly crew in the room. Can target your own ship. So, if we had this, we only have room for 4 weapons. So you got to really decide that you want this. While you are attacking a boarding party on your ship, you could shoot your own ship, heal your guys while the attackers are still being harmed. Or you do this to heal your guys on their ship while you're attacking them. So that's a possibility. It does require a missile. It'll be a missile loaded up with a healing unit of some kind. So there's one weapon available. Burst Laser 1. What are we using? We're using a Burst Laser 2. Okay. We could buy another Pew Pew. He requires 2 power, and he shoots 2 charges at 11 seconds. So imagine this guy taking down the shields instead of the missile, and then the other laser that shoots 3 times doing the damage. So there's another way to do the similar to what we're doing, but using a laser instead of a missile. So that would be interesting. A pike beam, we've seen that used against us, can cut across entire ships, assuming there's no shield to stop it. So that one takes 16 seconds to charge, though. But if you can take those shields down, you can cut a swath across the ship, which does some pretty serious damage to the crew. It only does 1 damage to the room that's hit. So that's one way to damage the crew more than the ship. Take the crew out before you've taken the ship down. So there are our choices. There's not much that we can do. I'm not seeing a way to sell our extra drone parts, for instance. I can only buy. On the sell page, we don't have the ability to do that. The only thing we can sell are our weapons, and we need them. So it looks like all we're doing right now is fuel. We have 17 left, and we'll buy it all. We have 8 left. We could get 4 units of repair on our ship. That seems pretty smart there, so we'll do that. So we're down to 0. We've got a fairly healed ship and quite a bit of fuel now, and enough missiles to do us some good for a while. So I think that is all we're going to get out of this encounter. We're going to close up and jump to... Now we'll go here. So each encounter is full distance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, roughly 9 moves left. So let's get our way into here. Got a good, well, yeah, we'll have to see just how we can get the most out of this possible. Is this our best place to go, or this? I think this is. It gives us most access to other choices. Your ship emerges quite far away from the beacon. You see a rebel ship waiting nearby, undoubtedly stationed to look for you. Do we attack the ship, or do we attempt to remain concealed? I'd say we just go for it. He's got 1 shield. That's something we know about him. He does have a drone system. And that's about the only significant difference there. So he could drone us in one way or another. We're going to go at it. We're going to go for it. So he is... I assume he's charging. I'm not seeing a glow here yet, but these systems are all up and running. That's interesting. If you want to track it quickly, you can go from here and see that this light up. So we are going to take out his shields first, and then we'll see what we want to do next. We're set up well here. So his drone is this guy who's going to pew-pew us. So he's taken down our outer shield. We still have our inner shield, which will help take out the rest of this. Whatever else he's going to throw at us. And that shield recharges just as fast as he recharges. So we fired. Took out his shields. He's beaming, but we still have a shield to deflect the beam. We're going to burst laser his weapons. Funny this didn't get used. Must not be anything there. Alright, his weapons are down. His shield is damaged. We're going to burst laser... what? Well, there's very little chance we're going to take the crew out, so may as well just take the ship out. Let's just make sure, though, that his shields stay down. He can't harm us with this guy. We can only take out one of our 2 shields. Okay, that is down. The doors are opening. They're all running in here to try to repair it. So we'll go ahead and set another laser right into there. Now, they got it repaired, but they offer to give you some of their goods if we don't destroy them. 2 missiles. I think we're going to go ahead and roll the dice and see what we get if we continue. So it was a missile, a drone, and 11, or 2 missiles, a drone, and 11 scrap. What did we get instead? 1 missile, 1 drone, and 25 scrap. I think that's a better deal. We did well there. Alright, everything's fine here. We didn't take any more damage. No health problems. We're good. Let's move on. Jump. They are coming. Where to? There, there. Yeah, let's grab these two. Alright, an advanced rebel automated ship, meaning no crew, remains stationed near a small rebel space station. However, without functioning sensors, it is impossible to tell what is inside. Let's attack the automated ship to get to that station. Alright, it's loaded with weapons. We're going to missile its... shields must still be charging. I'm still not seeing any shields. Let's go right for the weapons. That is interesting. It's not using... Oh, that's not shields. That's what I got wrong. That is steering. He has no shields. Let's stand down. We're not going to... Let's see. Here and click away. We're going to use just this one at the weapons. Alright, we took down part of the weapons. Yeah, let's save our missiles. We'll just use weapons. So we'll go ahead and continue taking that down. He's not harming us. He can't get through both of our shields. Alright, if we take out his steering, he won't be able to evade us. Of course, he's only got 2 hits left, so it doesn't really matter, but there's attack he would use. Alright, so we're going to grab his scrap of 23. Now we're going to go and see what was in that station. The station is a storage site for various resources. You salvage everything possible. Great, more fuel. Alright. We're in good shape. Nothing to alter or check. 61 fuel. Do we want to boost anything? Could save it for the next store. Or we could start to see what some of these other systems can do. Let's grab this guy. Yeah, let's boost both of these. These 3 don't need extra power to do their job. Down to 6. Accept. And so that's going to give us better steering. So we've added evasive. We're at 25% evasive now. And doors are blast doors. So it allows for remote opening and closing of doors. And if someone drops into here, to board us, they're going to have to blast their way through before they're going to get in. And fire take a lot longer now to burn through to get into the next room. So jump. Do we go here or here? So let's see if we can start estimating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Without putting a ruler on the screen, you're really just kind of guessing. 8 more moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could run the perimeter, or we can just kind of weave back and forth in here. Let's go there. Alright, a black market weapons trader spins you a tale of the dangers of the nebula before pushing his wares. Do we ignore the ship or do we attack the ship? Black market weapons dealer. We might be able to get... Oh, I see. If we had more scrap, we could purchase an unknown weapon for 45. That's really a gamble. You don't know what you're going to get. I prefer to use my 45 to specifically buy one that I could use. But let's see what we can get out of this. He came prepared. He's got a hacking system, and he is hacking into our med bay. So hopefully we won't have a reason to use the med bay, and thankfully he hit the med bay and not engines or weapons or steering or shields. Boy, shields are bad when they do that. So we have got, looks like, a couple of pew-pews, and let's just take them out. We're not particularly worried about those. There's no missile coming. That's what we're worried about. So let's save our missiles and just whittle him away. Alright, we took that down. We didn't lose shields in the process. We could do this and auto-fire. And now we could just sit back and continue shooting those weapons. The advantage to that is that they're going to stay in there and continue repairing it. You're going to continue shooting it, so you're going to keep damaging their crew while they're in there trying to repair it. So there is that tactic, especially if you had a weapon that just put 1 point of damage in there each time. I think it would do just as much damage to the crew, but it wouldn't damage the ship as fast. So out of that, we get 1 fuel, 2 missiles, and 17 scrap. That was a pretty good haul. These are really the most important ones. So to get any of those is great. So we are charging. Everything looks good. 23. That's not enough to buy anything. We are boosted at least to level 2 on all of these. One thing we've not boosted is the med bay. What's it take to do that? Med bay needs 35. I like to try to get at least a level 2 on everything. Then we can start boosting up other things to their extremes. So we'll accept that. And remember, we've got like 8 sectors to go through this galaxy to get to the other end. So there's a lot of time to increase and boost everything. So let's jump to 1, 2, 3, 4. See, we've got to try to not get us into a dead end. 1, 2, 3. We did that. 1, 2, 3. So that's the most we could get out of this and then get off into this area. Let's do that. Here, then back, then back. If we went from here to there, we'd be, that's 2 moves. He'd be on us right there. That's not worth the risk. Okay, we'll do that. We're going to abandon this area. Unless we get to that area and find out that there's something important that has been revealed. A heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in the nebula at this beacon. Before you have time to make contact with them, they fade in the nebula. We can attempt to follow and help them, or we can keep our position. They can handle themselves. Well, let's go try and help them. We're probably going to find a pirate anyway, and that'll give us more scrap. Ooh, you get lucky and find them floating not too deep into the nebula. Thrilled to be found by friendlies, they come on board and abandon their wrecked ship. So we've got a 4th crew member, Stick. Continue. All right, Stick, you are assigned to shields. Memorize this position. How are we doing? Maxwell is our pilot. He is at half skill. Giles is our engines. And he is at 7 out of 13, and he's got a little experience doing some of the other things. Fenn has been running missiles, but he's got a little other experience too. You probably got a lot more fighting. You don't. That's interesting. Our pilot's had both of the battles, and he apparently hasn't gained much here in combat. So, Stick is our new guy. He has no experience, but he is going to run shields for us, which means the shields are going to recharge faster. I think that is probably the best place. Sensors would be helpful if we weren't in a nebula. Send him to sensors and it goes up 1 notch. So, alright, let's move on. Jump. We are here. The thought was to go here. And this will be here next time, but this will be only there. So that just means in 1 more turn they'll get there. So it's kind of iffy. 1, 2. 1, 2. No, that's fine. Alright, so we're going to go... we have a store that we revealed. We could go there, but we have almost no scrap to spend anyway. But you see how moving into new areas can reveal something you didn't know was there. But unfortunately, the timing's off. This really doesn't do us any good. We could buy a few more ship repairs and that's it. So we're going to dive into here and see what's this way. Alright, that looks like a Mantis ship. Lost in the Storm hails you. Sensors are out. We have no local telemetry. Well, same with us. We will take yours. You detect a power increase in their weapon system. They've got a teleporter. That's a problem. Though we did just gain a 4th crew member, so we can run Stick around to help out. That's good. Alright, so with that, they have a teleporter. They have a med bay, so they can teleport out, do some damage, and get back and heal up. It would be to our advantage to take out that teleporter or the med bay. Alright, so continue. We can pause right now so we can think. we are going to use everything at our disposal in this one. So we're going to take out his shields, and we're going to pause. I wish this is 11 seconds and this is 12 seconds. I wish it was 11 and 13 or 10 and 12. We need about 2 seconds for that missile to get there and do its damage before these lasers, which are much faster, make contact with that shield and wipe out one of our lasers. Anyway, let's get this going. He's going to teleport over. You can see him, the door's moving. He came over here, he zipped over, and he is pounding away at this door. So we assume he's in here. Let's air him out. Let's expose him to vacuum while he's working away at the doors. I like that idea. All right, he has sent off a pew pew. This is a scary weapon here. This is a mine that teleports right through the shields and everything. It acts like a missile, but it sets loose an explosive right in that room. So wherever he sets it at, it does damage to everything inside the room. These are nasty. It's good when you've got one. It's bad when they've got one. We need this guy to take out weapons no matter what condition the shields are in. Boom. Alright, we took it out. Shields are down, weapons are down. He has gotten through. He hopefully took some damage from running out of oxygen. Unfortunately, we can't see it. But this room now is running out of oxygen as well. He's going to try to get into one of these two doors. He's going into there. That's interesting. Let's put this guy in here waiting for him. When this breaks through, we're going to close these guys and restore oxygen, and then we will fight him in our med bay. That's a good plan. Alright, while that's happening, he is going to here. He is going to here. We don't have weapons yet. And to here, and to here, so that he can assist. This is out of oxygen now, so let's close this door. You have to double click on the outer doors. It doesn't let you accidentally make a move there. We'll go ahead and close this one as well. Now this door he shot through. It's toast. So that means both these rooms are going to be out of oxygen. So when this opens up, this oxygen is going to flood into there. So we're going to need to open up some other doors to give them oxygen while they're fighting. So we're targeting weapons? No. Well, we are on auto fire. Okay, turn that back off again. It was going to fire these things and repeat what we just did. We don't want to do that. So we're going to save our missiles. We are going to burst laser this guy, so they can't send any more at us. Alright, see, he got through. We're going to see the oxygen deplete. So let's open up these guys to get more oxygen in. He's going to start fighting these guys. What was that? We launched a missile? I thought it turned... I did turn off, but it was still aimed over here. That's too bad. So we lost a missile. Unnecessarily. We have done some serious damage, though. Maybe even harmed someone who was in there repairing. These guys are good. Oh, ship's gone anyway. But we still have to deal with this guy. Even though we've taken out the ship, I was just going to take out the teleporter. I wasn't planning on the missile. But he's stuck here now. We still have to take him down. So, our guy... Ooh, our guy is not healing. I didn't catch that. Turn off one engine, turn on the med bay. Now our guy is healing. You see little bubbles coming up. So he's healing away. The other guy is losing health. Ship explodes, leaving behind a missile, a drone, and 23 scrap. Good. And we have taken him out. We are healing. We've got our doors back. We assume that they've been repaired. And medbay off, weapons on, everybody back to your positions. And oxygen is going to replenish here pretty quickly. We could turn on our second O2 and replenish it much faster. Alright, we're ready for the next jump. Trying to get this episode done in less than an hour. Probably won't happen. Got to figure out how we're going to let's play this. It may be that we will do half of a sector per episode, because it looks like a sector is going to take us a good hour each time. At least that way, doing what I'm doing, explaining my decisions while I'm playing. I think I'd rather do that than have you guys just sit here and watch me play. That's kind of boring. So, next hit, he actually lands there next time if we go here. So we're safe to do that. You nervously glance out the windows, but the only thing to greet you are more clouds and silence. Continue. 46. Do we want to do any enhancements? Wouldn't hurt to grab another power. Let's do that. A power bar. Okay. Now we've got the ability to move this wherever we need. We'll just leave medbay on by default. Jump. There's a store up there. We couldn't work our way up there if we needed to. Let's do a little closer estimate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves is what I'm guessing. 1, 2, 3, 4 is all we have available if we go this route. Now we've already done this one. So there's no way to not hit a space we've already done. Explored location, nothing left of interest. The rebel fleet was prepared for the nebula. Okay, so it looks like we get 4 moves left. Yeah, it's a shame. We're not going to get to use all of our moves. So we didn't quite plan it right. This one. It's hard to see why, but this beacon is apparently a tourist destination. One of the ships at the small station is offering a deal. We could trade 3 missiles for 3 drone parts. Now, essentially, that is a good deal in that these are worth 6 and these are worth 8, but we need our missiles and we don't have a drone system. So we're going to ignore that one, and that was a wasted node. Too bad. Jump, go to this one, then that one, then that one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That doesn't work either. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no other way to do this. Okay, go in there. A pirate ship arrives shortly after you. Judging from the fact he's attempting to avoid your ship, you assume that it's a smuggler trying to stay away. We are going to attack. Power up weapons and move into engage. Pause, continue. He's got the standard assortment. We're going to missile his shields. We're going to then burst laser his weapons. He has got a, I believe that's a cutter, a cutting beam, and does that take out our shields? It's like one of those green bursts. Okay. We have launched and we are ready to take this guy out as soon as the shields go down. What happened? I didn't see. Maybe we missed. Let's take it down anyway. Okay. And it went all the way to red. Good. We're going to leave him off. We'll do another burst right there. Fuel is getting low. If they offer us a deal and there's fuel involved, I think we're going to take it. So we're not further damaging this by hitting it, but we are damaging the crew. We may have even lit a fire in there, which further damages the crew. It would be nice to accidentally do what I was describing, take the crew out without destroying the ship. We can't see inside there, so we have no idea if we're going to do that or not. But I'm going to continue taking out that right there. It allows us to hit the crew. The shield absorbs one of these shots, so it gives us the ability to not do as much damage. Alright. They don't want to fight, they're trying to escape. We've delayed this one because the pilot is down here trying to put the fires out. So we'll just keep up with this strategy. Unless we see something else happen. This is armed and ready. We could take out the pilot if we need to. Let's see what happens. We hit that, and he didn't leave here to go and assist, so we're going to need to take that out. Alright, take it out. Don't miss. We got him. Alright, so he didn't escape. We get to benefit the 2 fuel, the 1 missile, and the 12. You search the remains of the ship, but only come across blueprints and debris from broken machinery. A shame. But you take what scrap you can salvage. Alright. Jump. Right. Nothing else to do here. Yeah, everybody's healed. We're good. Jump. So, 1, 2 is all we have left. Alright, we'll take it. Here's why we bought the extra power from the reactor. So we're going to have less power available, but we have more to disperse. You jump into the middle of a plasma storm. Multiple recently incapacitated ships loom in the shadows, briefly illuminated by lightning. Manually search the wrecks for survivors and equipment. Avoid the risk and wait to jump away unscathed, or, because we have enhanced our piloting right here, have your pilot carefully explore the debris. Bingo. So by enhancing these guys early, you'll get advantages throughout the game. Now, I believe if you enhance them even further, the advantages would be even greater. Your pilot carefully explores the wrecks, but the storm has taken its toll. Any crew are long since dead, and the floating debris has been scorched beyond repair. Darn. Roll of the dice, and we rolled zeros. Continue. Jump. And our last one is right here. So, this long-range beacon is almost hidden within a nebula. When the faster-than-light drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. So, that is the end of this episode. This has been a Let's Play, or Let's Sample, of Faster Than Light. It's a fun game. You never know what's going to happen when you roll those dice and fly into that next node and see what awaits you. So it's quite entertaining sometimes, and there are a lot of choices to make before you finally get to the end game. So it would make for an interesting Let's Play series. So just wanted to let you guys see it. If you really enjoyed it, go pick up your own copy. You'll have a blast playing it. Otherwise, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a Let's Play of this. I'd appreciate if you give me a thumbs up. And subscribe if you haven't already. This has been Noble Rambler, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye now.